Well, guys, today I feel like
800 years
kind
ago.
of an orangish, pinkish tint outside. Anyways, I feel like the playing field has been leveled. You know, people got caught up in the illusions and in the doldrums, and then the universe woke us all back up and said, listen, some things need to get dealt with, because people were planning attacks and stuff in the background. You don't even want to have problems with people, but they have secretly problems with you, unfortunately. So that when they're becoming a problem and you have to deal with the problem, whether you're asking for it or not, you have to figure out how to, get through it. So, the universe stepped in, did some things, made us aware that they were doing this and that for a reason. And that's what's going on right now. That's where we're all at. Taking a look at what the divine is putting in front of us to take a look at. And it's some pretty complex things that are happening. It's metaphysical, really. It's spiritual. It's heavenly stuff that's happening. Some people who aren't that well knowledged in what's happening spiritually, they're only looking at what's going on the surface. So we were experiencing resistance and coming up on blockages while we're trying to move forward on our own personal journeys. That's when we realize we're having a problem. Nobody's actually looking to have problems, right? We're always looking for what it is we want or need to do next. So some people will make whatever problem they're trying to have with you be what you need to deal with next. It's a way of negative attention seeking at the roots of what's really happening. I'm a person that works with root workers and the keepers of the Akashic records, God, the angels, and that's that's where we come in and help people move forward. We get to the bottom of things. Get to the roots. Figure out why we're seeing what's happening on the surface. So that's what had happened. And now we're moving forward. Like Spirit just confirmed. Saying go forward.
There's many of us.
Mm-hmm. People's higher selves, like, if you're
Optimism.
an eternal being, everybody has a higher self. So when somebody tells you to go connect with your higher self and think about things, like, imagine that, like, there's some type of entity or spirit that is your highest self that you're connecting with on another realm, wherever your soul comes from. Some of us are from heaven. Some of us come from the underworld. Some of us are more mystical. There's all different types of realms.
I'm not playing.
Witches and stuff, and pagans, they're more Celtic. That's a different realm than heaven or hell. Alright, we have strength. This is going to be a collective message, so to do with what we're all dealing with as one humanity moving forward. Somebody is looking to the regrets that they have at this union. And Spirit over here a little bit ago said, I have no regrets. It's the second thing they said. We have the Fool. A family. So the Fool card doesn't mean somebody's stupid. That means they're feeling foolish enough to take a leap. Sometimes you're like drunk in love and ready to take a leap. Doesn't have to be like a person or anything. It could be with a situation. Maybe you're like totally in love with what's going on in this situation and you're ready to go find out more about what's going on in that direction. So this family is saying that. We have, as we are sorting through the swords of truth, the swords of truth that we have collected within our minds. We've heard this, we've seen that, somebody else said that, and it's created a jumble of confusion. That's what's forcing us to take time to really look at what we're dealing with here when it comes to this clusterfuck confusing situation. It's like a fusion of everybody's stories and like it's contradicting and crazy. It's like, where is this all coming from? So anyways, when we clear away things that are unnecessary, then we can get to, the truth that matters. And go back to back with that. You want to have truth, you can sleep with that night. I've never seen it that way before. This card. But yeah, I'm glad I've seen that this way this time. You want to stick to truths and take action that you're going to be able to sleep with at night. And this family feels like if they do something better for all in a situation versus, you know, what's better for a couple people, that's something you can feel better about. I feel like.
We were executed.
Because when you do things that... Sorry. When you do things that you regret, you start to lose your abundance. You know, beauty is pain. And a lot of us don't feel abundant if we don't look and feel good. And when you're not taking good action, you're chiseling away at that. We have Seven of Pentacles. Somebody making an investment of some kind with their support, time, money, energy, in some way. Focus to the details very closely. Don't let anyone make you feel less because they are ignorant. Some people are going too far, and that causes metaphorical fires to break out. And we gotta figure out why the energy is fucked. People literally feel it like an energetic shift when the balance is off.
You heard us.
I hear and see a lot of things, but not like a psychopath. A lot of people think I'm a psychopath, and like I hear voices and stuff, but no, that's not
Cyrus.
it. I just learned to trust the universe. Like anointed by God to be a messenger for the divine. Like I work with the keepers of the Akashic records and stuff. I got witches under my foot because I know they belong there. You know? Just because you're lacking information about how powerful somebody is, like you cannot test somebody's personal power. If they give it up, they give it up.
I'm touching your back.
But if somebody's having personal power and asking to be taken seriously,
beware of the dark.
Yeah, you should beware of their darkness because everybody has it within them. God told us to protect our vessels. Some people out there don't want you to protect yourself because they want you to give up your personal power. They will chisel away at your control factors. They control situations and options so that it's more likely for you to give up your personal power. That's something other people's inner demons will do. Something's fishy. Someone gave or received. The universe wants to see how you do it.
Basement.
We got 444, sleep on it. You may need to think deeply in order to understand why you need to do certain things the divine is expecting you to do. Yeah. Like me just pulling that out. Somebody gave somebody... Okay, somebody being fishy. Something about somebody gave them oral. The universe wants to see how this happened. Or is gonna happen. Or whatever. And... the universe can't even answer their questions right now. They're like... the universe is like, you know what? Don't ask me right now. Go think about it yourself. How this might happen. Use your imagination. Things will be simple. More simple if people start using their imagination and personal creativity and not giving up their personal power. Like, some people want to go give up their personal power, and then a bunch of people that have given up their personal power band together, and they're like begging for help, and they're pulling like people down, like feeling like they're gonna get something. It's like, it's mental. They feel entrapped. They don't understand how to get out of their entrapped situation.
Belittling.
I know this because they tried... I got pulled down into this little fucking entrapment space where they were crying and whining and acting like I was gonna be their savior and shit. And I'm like, why don't you guys do this and that, and things might get better for you. And then they had excuses on how this and that should work. And they shouldn't have to make the changes I was telling them to make. And
Nurturing.
and I was like, you know what, it's never gonna work out. You're just gonna keep going around and around in circles if you don't make proper changes. You have to change your thinking. And they were like, oh no, I can't do that. And I was like, okay, yeah, why the fuck did you guys call me over here? Don't save them, they don't want to be saved. It happens a lot. They're looking for a goddamn miracle. But they gotta be their own fucking miracle. Some people don't know how to be their own miracle. We got victory. Independently. Dying independently. Dying alone. Because nobody will come give somebody love. What? God damn it. See? Ambulance. Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's taking action with money in some way.
Cancer.
A Cancer. Somebody's rising above a situation and taking a look at things. We have a King of Swords. Juggling multiple priorities. Feeling kind of stressed out when it comes to this Ace of Pentacles that they were blind to. Alone in the world and vulnerable. Demon control. good. We got no good friends. Stuck in limbo. So, some people will pretend they're your friends, but they're just trying to keep you entrapped. Watch out for the types of people that when you're sitting at the table with them,
they will harm you.
And talking about other people, because when you walk away, yeah, they'll fucking do the same shit to you that they're doing to other people. So anyways, these people who like to entrap people and make them feel secluded and left out, they are being looked at. They celebrate keeping people down and singled out. Mean girl stuff. Fake newser stuff. We got King of Wands, a King of Pentacles, and Empress. Somebody's feeling harassed, addicted, can't live without hard drugs, coming down after reaching a high. Osiris is Cancer.
Doom.
The Vendetta. Vendetta came out after Doom. Biting your tongue might be a good idea. Dude, my mouth tastes like garlic. Suddenly.
Basement.
We have a victim. Wake up. Yeah, somebody's a victim. Some people out there who are still trying to victimize certain people that have been targeted. Like, imagine a dad with 2 daughters and or more, 3 daughters, and one of the daughters is a fucking brat. Anytime nobody's looking, they're stealing the other sister's stuff. They're stealing snacks from the fucking
Church bell
cabinet.
tolls.
And then you as a dad, you're like, who's doing this? And the one that did it always blames the other sisters. And they make it really look like the other sisters did it.
Refuse.
Like they're really well thought out in making it look like this person or that person did it. So the dad can't ever figure out which one is really doing it. He's like, maybe they're all doing it. You know? Until the dad has a crack in the case. And he finds out the one daughter is just a fucking brat. feel like I think the last card I just pulled was somebody needs to wake up to something. And it's that type of stuff. Yeah. If
I'm
it's
attached to the woods.
Getting another piece to that vision I just told you guys. The dad trying to figure out what's going on. Hold on. I forgot. I was going on a good thought. I was going to express it, but then I lost that thought. I'm sorry, guys.
Using my voice.
Oh yeah, I remember the thought now. Alright, so dads, they typically just do their own thing. And, you know, they gotta address stealing from the cupboard and stuff, but they're not like horribly upset about stuff like that. They just have to address it, right? So they don't see it as too big of a deal that one sister is lying about all the stuff and the other sisters are always taking the blame. However, those sisters that don't do the stuff but taking the blame, they are going to start building up tension and get upset. And that's when the father really realizes there's an issue. And that's when the issue really gets solved. Right? So after this, dad wakes up.
Howdy.
Healing happens.
Definition.
Alright, we have closing out of a cycle. Finding contentment in the discontentment. We have an Empress who's going through these struggles. Communication's unclear.
My name is Lily.
Somebody's going through all these obstacles because somebody is in the middle making things unclear, causing confusion, twisting the story, perhaps. We have somebody needing to stay in their strength. A lot of communication going on about that. And why they were stuck in limbo. Things are being illuminated about these lovers. A passionate message that's fulfilling has been received? Has somebody focusing to the details about the heavy burdens that have been caused? They have something to do with the Middle East. Somebody's mad. You need to seek legal advice.
There is an afterlife.
Positive message. Test of faith. Follow your heart. Happiness may be found doing this. Surface scratching. Need to go deeper. But sometimes, if you don't know what you're doing when you go deep under the surface, when it comes to certain situations, you know, you don't know what certain people are hiding. And that can be dangerous. Especially if they're murderers or something. Or serial killers.
I'm only 8.
Serial killers are very good at what they do. And there's a reason they are comfortable being serial killers. They have a system that works for them. And if they do whatever they do with you, like, nobody will ever find you. And they feel comfortable talking about you going up missing because they're so confident nobody's ever going to fucking find you. Because the way the law is set up, like, you can't even get a guy convicted without some hard evidence, right? So they know how to get around the law. Some serial killers out here feel like they are above the law. And that's why God's messengers and angels and, you know, what's going on with the spiritual game stuff, they are very important. The devil's got demons out there that he's trying to keep in line, and God's got his angels out here doing their thing. It's real as fuck. We got 444. Sleep on it. You may need to think deeply in order to understand why you need to do certain things. Whatever's going on under the surface here. Certain people who know what's going on under the surface. You can just tell. You can tell when somebody knows. Some you don't. So you'll watch that person and how they make their choices. And that will help you in making choices yourself. Whether you know what's going on under the surface or not. All you have to do is go within and think about it. Imagine it. We have reapers. Death. This could be to somebody or a situation. Like, the way things were are no longer going to be. We did pull this World card to begin this segment of the reading. And people are saying, wow, I didn't see this coming, I didn't see that coming. The divine will show out sometimes. Because the divine knows what's going on under the surface. And that's what makes some people say, wow. Because they were only looking around on the surface. And they were like, what the fuck is happening? And then the demons showed up. The angels showed up. Had the little battle. They were sitting back with their popcorn like, holy shit. Then they went and all talked about it. And then they were all of a sudden part of being messengers in something greater that was happening. And that, it was like, whoa. So yeah, no matter what the situation is, the truth will always prevail. And God's greatest will. Will always be the best way.
Joanna.
Alright. Devil's agenda pushers.
Walk back.
Whenever somebody thinks of you, they smile. Get woke. Sometimes you appreciate other people's tough love. Because you see they actually really care about you at the end of the day. We got Capricorn. Pluto. Connected to world issues, out of control. Your soul is like the nut inside a protective shell. You need to protect yourself from certain things. Like, TMI is TMI. Got this daddy. Hitting an exit. Like, don't need to know all this. Comfort, feeling warm and radiant. Angel involvement. Low life, trashy people. Yeah. There's some real men out here who see that they need to protect their daughters from certain groups of people.
You should stay.
The Godfathers. Gang, gang. Somebody had sex with a demon, playing with threads. Be a light to them, you will be triumphant. Hurt people, hurt people. Archangel Gabriel. Kissing two lips on a collab chase. Do something to stir up your creative passion. Swingers. Verbal disputes.
Nurse.
Don't damage the growth. People are just gonna shut the fuck up from now on, it seems. About things they don't need to fucking go on about. Next time, we're in the energy of telling people to let go. And they tell us to let go instead. We're going to look at ourselves, make sure we're letting go of things we need to let go of. Okay, guys? Because, you know, only you know what's really best for you. So you gotta help yourself along on your personal journey. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like my video. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I appreciate you guys.
Heaven.
Heaven. A little bit of heaven right here in front of you.
I was hung.
You guys will be alright. You just gotta stop doing certain things. Like, sometimes the divine will come in, hang you up, just to stop you from destroying yourself even farther. Because you don't know, like I said, you start going too far down certain rabbit holes, and you don't know. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's tough love. Tough love from the universe. They're helping you protect your vessel. Perhaps. There you go.